On this show, we cover some sensitive topics.
Though the obituaries may be outlandish, the people are real.
Names have been changed or omitted in order to respect both the deceased and the survived by.
While death is no laughing matter, some petty last words can provide some pretty entertaining comic relief.
Welcome to Obituary. Welcome back to Obituary. I'm Spencer Henry.
And I'm Madison Reyes.
And as we enter this month of November, we just want to say how grateful we are for all of you.
We are so thankful for all of you.
Thankful, grateful, call it what you want, but we're feeling it.
We
big
are.
Time. I'll tell you this much. I am so excited. I'm already starting to take down all of my Halloween decorations.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I put mine up like 2 months early. And by Halloween, I was like, okay, I love Halloween. I love it so much. This year was such a great Halloween. I am so ready for Christmas.
Oh,
yeah.
Give us Christmas. Give us Christmas. You got your Christmas sweater on right now. That's a nice Christmas holly jolly green.
Oh my God, thank you. I forgot that I have a green chair, so I don't know if I'm clashing, but I just love green with a red hair.
She's just green now. She got a lizard and she said, listen, you know what? I'm green.
I'm green with envy, baby.
Oh, she's
You know why?
Envious. Why?
Because you're in Tennessee and you have actual seasons. Here, it is beautiful. I'm not complaining about California weather ever.
But
it's like 90 degrees here and hot. Like we have the AC pumping.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like here's the thing, though, is like it ebbs and flows throughout the day because let me tell you this. When I'm driving in the morning to the gym and I've got my 90s alternative playlist with like the Cranberries and like, I don't know, all those bands playing and it's crisp and cold and all the trees are so pretty right now. I'm so fucking loving it. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
But then there's like a point in the afternoon where I'm like, I'm so fucking tired because the days are so short right now.
Yeah.
I get like envious. Like yesterday when we were on the phone, you were like, oh my God, it's 90 degrees out right now. And then we were talking to one of the Champ's friends last night and she was saying the same thing. She's like, fuck, I'm walking my dogs right now because it was so hot today. I didn't want to walk them earlier. And I was like, fuck, don't have that right now. And I'm such like a sun person. I always think the sun is so healing. I feel like if you're sick and you go in the sun, you are so much better off afterwards. Like I believe in the sun so much and I love her so much. So I am missing that
person.
Yeah, we got a glimpse of her today. She's actually out right now, but it's been very cold and I'm getting used to that. I love it.
You look like you're dressed for it. You look great.
I'm feeling cozy. It is fun to like wear layers and I have so much shit in my closet that literally I didn't even get to wear last year because it didn't get cold enough for jackets.
Yeah.
Which is a weird thing. So
that is a weird thing.
I'm enjoying it as a novelty this first time, but I guarantee you by January I'm going to be like clawing my eyes out like, get me into the sun, please.
You just have to come back.
Yes.
And we can go to like Palm Springs or something.
Oh, I need it already.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Give it to me. No, I'm like we're still so new here. So I'm enjoying it right now. But one thing is that tornado season, I guess, starts next month.
Wonderful.
And so we're in the process of getting all our preparedness stuff. Like when we were walking the dogs this morning, we were talking about what we should have.
And tell me.
I mean, the main thing, like aside from the obvious things, like you should have like extra waters and like stuff to get by like that. But the main thing is this like hand crank radio.
Cool. Okay.
So that you can like tune in to the weather broadcast. And then also it hand cranks and you can like charge your phone and stuff too.
Oh, okay.
And everyone here, like one of the first things that everyone's talked to me about is like, okay, you need to be following this account, and it's like Nashville severe weather or whatever on Instagram. And I guess that's what everyone follows, and that's kind of where you get your like weather updates from.
So you're gonna have to crank that motherfucker.
I'll be in there
to call me.
Cranking it.
I'll
be like FaceTime me, the girl. The tornado's coming, girl.
I'm gonna be like, what year are you living in?
I'll be calling you up on the rotary, honey. I'm gonna be like, hello. Well, no, it's just so weird. And everyone's like, it happens at very inconvenient times. Everyone's like, it'll be like 2 a.m. usually. I feel like when the tornado sirens go off or whatever.
I'll be up.
Yeah, you'll be up for sure. Luckily, the champ is a very light sleeper because I'm like, if it was me, honey, I'm sleeping through the tornado.
Honey, you're
I'm
Dorothy.
Sleeping through it.
You're in.
I'm
fucking,
out, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm the Wicked Witch. The house is gonna land on you're just gonna see my little feet sticking out of it. That's what's gonna happen to me.
God, not in Kansas anymore, honey.
We're not in Kansas anymore. Not in California anymore.
Wait, can I tell you something?
Sure. Let's open the floor for questions.
Okay, wait. I have 2 articles today instead of listener emails, but one, I just have to read this to you because it has to do with lizards.
Perfect.
And it has to do with automobiles. 2 things that we just talked about, driving and lizards. Okay?
And people don't think... People underestimate us.
What do you mean?
And people underestimate us. This is groundbreaking, you guys.
Well, let me tell you. I mean, it's 11 years too late. We're a little late.
Okay.
However,
well, actually, time is relative. Everything's linear. So we're living in the then and now.
You're right.
But sure.
I mean, I think a lot of us would like to go back to 2015 and live there for just a little bit.
Girl, bring us back there. That was an era where you and I were just we were just doing it, girl.
Just doing it.
We're just doing it up. That's when we were going to a club, okay?
Yeah, and we probably supported DoorDash's economy and the PlayStation economy and everything. Okay, but what we missed out on, which I'm really upset about, is in 2015 this guy Drew Millard wrote this article for Vice, and it says, over the weekend, a hearse and reptile show took place at a funeral home in Azusa, a town in Los Angeles County. Yes, you read that correctly. At long last, hearses and reptiles both being displayed at a funeral home.
Finally.
Bring it back.
It took till 2015.
And I want to say 2015... it was one and done because I tried to find tickets.
Oh, damn. I was going to say, like, should we look it up to see if they'll do another one?
Okay, wait. Also, before I forget, you have to come out here in April.
Okay.
Because Death Becomes Her, the musical, it's on Broadway right now. It's in New York.
Oh, my God. Absolutely. We have to go.
We have to see it together. It's
Can we be in it?
Date. Well, when we watched it, everyone said that's us.
Just give us the lead.
If they need understudies,
we'll do it. We can ad-lib.
Ad-lib, we'll watch it a couple more times.
Yeah.
Know every line.
And that's all you have to do, right?
Yeah. Easy.
And these actors
complain.
Try living our life.
Are you kidding me? I'm sitting here in my little office. Please. No pants either. Can't see my. Did you see
out.
Did you see
Oh my
that?
God, yes.
Just no pants.
The officer?
Yeah.
On the Zoom?
Yeah. Love
I mean,
that.
I've done a no pants Zoom. We lived in COVID. I mean, there was plenty of Zooms I was doing pantsless, but...
Shirtless.
Okay, wait. Tell me about this.
Okay. So it says people get freaked out by death for obvious reasons. When I was a kid, I would lie awake at night about once a week, considering the fact that one day I would cease to exist. My fear of death was all-consuming. The night before my 10th birthday, I cried to my parents, the realization that I was making a tangible step towards what, even as a child, I perceived as the utter blankness of non-existence. My parents listened and in that loving parenty way told me to chill the fuck out. Death was inevitable and me crying about it wasn't helping. I say that to say this. I totally get why people are into death. It's certainly the inverse of how I feel about it, but people's fascination with death and my anxiety about it come from the same essential place. Death is an unknown quantity. No one has been able to experience it and come back and tell us what it's like. Well, we may beg to differ. We know a couple stories.
Uh-huh.
It goes on to say, as I blasted Danzig out of my Toyota Prius on the drive over to White's funeral home, where the event was set to take place, I was totally unaware of what I was getting myself into. What I stumbled upon was one of the most charming events I've ever been to. In addition to featuring an impressive collection of customized hearses and a room full of rare, impressive reptiles, the Hearse and Reptile Show strove to be a true community event. It featured a grip of booths and vendors from macabre crafts to haunted cupcakes to the community's LGBT group. There was even an area for children called the Kids Coroner that featured face painting.
Oh, I love that.
White's Funeral Home, which hosted the event, doesn't necessarily do things the same way as their big box competitors. When people are dying, White's Funeral Home director Manny Godoy told me, they don't want a ritual in a sad room. They want a celebration of their life. Mm-hmm. We're trying to bring people to White's for a good time and to get people out of their fears about death. Manny is a shortish, friendly guy who looks like he's just crested the hill of 40. While we were speaking, members of the community kept approaching him to congratulate him on the turnout, which from the looks of it was well into the hundreds. Not bad for an offbeat event in a small community. As the sun began to set, a band called Rhythm Coffin took a stage and began playing a brand of music they called monster rock. And then it says, they put the fun in funeral. And then it says the Hearse and Reptile Show was, more than anything, a community event offering the people of Azusa the opportunity to unite under goofy and fun circumstances. When I asked Manny what his favorite part of the Hearse and Reptile Show was, he told me, I love the diversity. This is usually a very traditional Hispanic community. You've got zombies having a good time, drag nuns having a good time, a bunch of old men that run charities are having a good time, and they're all having it all together.
I love that.
I know. And it ends with death is the one thing that unites us all. We might as well reap the benefits while we're alive, too. And I feel like that embodies obituary.
Reap the benefits before the reaper gets you. That's what we say.
Exactly. But I would pay so much money to go see some reptiles, see a beautiful funeral home.
Yeah. I'd pay up to $780.
Yeah, I think so.
So if anyone wants to put one on, we'll help fund it.
Or what if we put it on?
We need to have some sort of like OBITCon once a year. Panels. Taxidermy.
Live dissections.
Live funerals.
Living funerals. I love it.
All of it.
All of it in one place. Under one roof. We're drinking rock gut whiskey.
We're
having boners.
We all are walking around with boners. Death erections everywhere.
Everywhere. And we're hawking our book.
We're doing cremation sampling.
We're snorting it.
Yeah, we're snorting ashes.
We're giving tattoos with ashes, and we're the artists.
And then we're cutting the tattoos off and framing them.
Yep.
Preserving.
Exactly.
Tattoo preservation. I love that.
I love it too. Okay, but the other article, sorry, I'm hijacking this. The other article, Spence, actually happened like a week ago.
Okay.
I think that you're just going to be not surprised at all.
Okay.
This is from the New York Post. You guys, this actually happened just a couple days ago. It says funeral home displays wrong body at memorial service, leading relative to suffer heart attack.
Oh my God.
I know. I would too. Can you imagine?
I'm either getting a heart attack or I'm going to cause an attack. You put the wrong person up at my funeral.
Yeah. Unless it was like someone cool. It's like,
if they have a better they have a better body, I'm like, okay.
Okay, well, yeah. Put them up.
Turn them the other way. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Well, it says a California family was horrified to find a stranger's body on display at a memorial service for their loved one. And the ordeal was enough to cause a relative to suffer a heart attack in the chapel, Kin said.
God.
The family of Joey Espinosa, 44, who recently died of heart failure, was attending his memorial service at Forest Lawn Covina Hills Funeral Home.
Forest Lawn.
Forest Lawn should be good.
Girls, you have a good reputation. Don't become a Golden Gate funeral home.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just this location. I don't know. But it says when they discovered the mortuary had put the wrong body in the casket. They didn't know where my nephew's body was, Espinosa's aunt, Laura Lavario, told CBS Los Angeles. Funeral home staff ushered the family into a different room at the facility after the apparent mix-up. But the body on display there wasn't Espinosa either.
What?
What the fuck?
That's like the worst version of "Is this your card?" that I've ever heard of in my life.
I know.
What about this guy?
God. It says the upheaval was so unnerving that Lavario's husband collapsed of a heart attack in the chapel, only to wake up 3 days later on life support in the hospital. God. It's the worst experience we've ever had, he said. Forest Lawn chalked up the mortifying mishap to a scheduling error. What the fuck? And adding insult to injury, offered the family a mere $200 in compensation. Just 1% of the nearly $20,000 funeral cost.
No, after that big of a fuck up, you refund them.
That's fucking
You say, don't
crazy.
worry, your services are being taken care of. If they're suing, I would sue them. I'd want my money back.
Get this. The family is now suing the funeral home for emotional distress and negligence.
I mean, if someone had a heart attack, pay for that too.
It's fucking crazy. It goes on. Instead of mourning and remembering their loved one, they're searching for a body. When you're spending that much money on a place like Forest Lawn, you would think that they would do things properly.
Yeah.
And then it goes on. The funeral home was eventually able to locate Espinosa's body and begin the service after over an hour of flubs. Though rare, similar tragic mistakes by funeral homes do happen. And then it goes into a couple other ones, which we know all too well.
Well, I think they're a bunch of assholes, Madison.
I do too.
And speaking of, I've got one that says, am I the asshole for asking my brother to rewrite our grandma's obituary?
Okay.
It says, when our grandma passed, our family went to the funeral home to handle the arrangements. We have a very large family and everyone has strong opinions. We all volunteered for different tasks to include church service, food arrangements, flowers, memorial service, obituary, and eulogy. My brother was asked to write the obituary and the eulogy. To my horror, he wrote a personal note that was completely self-centered about his skewed version. I'm laughing because we all have someone in our lives who would probably do this. Completely self-centered about his skewed version of his life story. The obituary and eulogy was a sob story where he is an orphan, which he isn't. Our hardworking mother was sitting in the front row, rescued by our grandma from peril. A weird version of events full of half-truths that are mainly a way to seek pity. When it came time for the eulogy, he just read the same note, not a word of the woman she was or what she meant to people. He's college educated and spends countless hours on social media. Could it be he didn't understand the ask? A simple Google search has templates for obituaries. I've asked him to write a real obituary and take down the one he wrote. I sent him an obituary template, and he said I'm an asshole for not accepting what he wrote. He thinks everyone should write something and add on to his weird pity story. I won't accept what he wrote. Am I the asshole for wanting him to change the obituary?
No, absolutely not. And a college education doesn't shield you from being a little narcissistic.
Yeah, or make you more eligible to write a proper obituary.
Right.
Take it from me, honey. I've written a few of them, and they're all outstanding.
Yeah, totally.
But really, yeah, not the asshole. And I can just pinpoint who this person is in the family. You know what I mean? Like, life happens to them.
Life happens.
Life
and they
happens
don't forget it.
No.
They don't forget it.
But also me, if I hated the person who passed away, I'd be like, so how can I make this about myself? Okay.
We're going to be low key about it, though. Come on.
And then this next one says, am I the asshole for not wanting my aunt to list someone my grandmother has never even met as her great-grandchild? Okay. I need outside opinions about some obituary family drama. My grandmother passed away at 94. She had 5 kids total. One of my aunts remarried about 30 years ago and gained a stepson from that marriage. He was maybe 8 at the time. None of us, including my grandmother, have seen him in the last 20 years. Now that we're writing her obituary, my aunt wants me to include that stepson's child. He's like 2, as one of my grandmother's great-grandkids would make it 6 total. But in reality, my grandmother had 5 great-grandchildren who were actually part of her life. This 6th one is technically a step-great-grandchild, and none of us, including my grandmother, ever met them. To me, it feels inaccurate and disrespectful to the great-grandkids who truly knew her. An obituary is supposed to be a record of someone's life and relationships, a reflection of who they were and the people who were part of their story. I have a stepdaughter myself, and when my time comes, I'll absolutely list her as my daughter because I've helped raise her and she's truly part of my life. But in this situation, my grandmother didn't know this child. She hadn't seen their dad, the stepson, in more than 20 years, and they live across the country. So I don't know. Am I wrong for thinking the child shouldn't be included?
No, I don't think the child needs to be included. I don't think you're an asshole for that.
But I feel like it can be a weird thing sometimes because it's like, I don't see the big deal if they're included, if like their parent wants them included or something. But if there's no relationship for over 20 years, I don't know. I know that I have been writing obituaries before and I'm like, I don't want to include this person in it. And my family's like, you have to include them in it.
Yeah, it is dicey starting to add people in. And okay, if you add that person in, well, then what about that person? And that it's like you get this with wedding planning. It's like, okay, well, if we invite this person,
then we have to invite this person.
This person and this person. And it's like, uh-oh, wait a minute.
That's why, literally, that is why we were each like, okay, we can have our families and we can each bring like 10 friends. You know, that was
so smart.
Because I'm like, I do not want a fucking big to do. And you both have to be on that level, right? Because if I'm like, well, I kind of also feel like I should maybe invite this person, then he's like, well, if you do that, I have to invite this person because I'm closer with them than you are with that person. And I'm like,
there are levels.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like, like your top 8 on MySpace or something. It's like, who's at the top of the top? And like, who am I going to be truly friends with in
forever
10 years from now even? Because people come and go, honey.
Oh, I know.
I mean, we're lifers.
Yeah, that's not even a thing. I truly feel like we're family. Like
100%.
We're so. If we had a friendship breakup, it would be so bizarre.
I would shave my head and move to another country. There's no way that I could live day to day without being best friends. I mean, we've talked about this a million times. Like, I think I'd probably just have to end it. It's like, okay, I don't want to live without you.
Same. But we were laughing the other day because I was like, if we had like a weird friendship breakup, like I would try to make my life look so good. Like, I would be like, yes. Oh, I'm having a blast.
Everything's great.
I'm crying myself to sleep at night. I
couldn't handle it. Out of everyone in this world, you're the last person I could handle a breakup with.
I know.
It would be earth shattering. I've gone through rough breakups before, but that would be like,
honey,
earth shattering.
Earth shattering. There's so much at stake. You know?
We have so many people
rooting for us.
Yeah. Probably one of America's most celebrated couples. I want to say that.
Power couple. Power couple.
CEOs. They love it. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Okay. All right.
Simmer down, everyone. Okay. Now's the time. Finally, we can all relax a little.
Oh, shake it off.
Okay. Just. Whoa. You shook a little too hard, I think.
Not hard enough.
Oh, baby. She's got to go sit on the dryer for a minute to calm down.
Oh God, I wish I could. They're stackable. Ooh. The dryer's on top. Need a ladder. Remember my old washer and dryer that would just shake?
Girl, they would try and leave your kitchen. Yeah.
I know.
I was always like, I don't know what y'all are doing to those clothes, but they're so nasty. Your washer's trying to exit that house, honey.
It was.
Because I'd be like at your house and I'd like see it leaving. Like her washer would go so much that it would truly head towards the door.
Those clothes were spoiled, girl.
I said, girl, she's out of here. I don't know what you're doing. And I'm on her side. I'm opening the door for her.
I'm on her side too.
Oh my God. Well, I told you my mom used to put me on the dryer when I was little.
Oh, to like rock you to sleep?
Yeah. Because I was just a nightmare colicky baby. And
I believe it.
she would put me on the dryer.
Still are.
Yeah. She'd put me on the dryer in my car seat just to, or she would have to turn the vacuum on and put it in the room with me while I slept.
She's trying to kill you. Like shaken baby.
Whoa. Yeah. Oh my God.
I know.
No, it was a different era. It was the 90s.
Yeah. Oh.
She's probably like, I'm going to put him on the dryer and I'm going to go have a cigarette outside. Okay.
And I'm going to rub a little bourbon on his gums because he's teething.
And I'll be on the landline, sitting out on the back porch, smoking a cig, drawing on my shoe, lemon Diet Coke, drawing on my shoe.
I love it.
That was a 90s mom and we loved it.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I'm up first this week, which means, according to my calculations, you should have a side bitch for us.
I sure do. And in honor of our book club, by the time this comes out, we'll be on to a different book. But tonight we have our little book club and we read Psycho.
We did.
And so I thought that I would bring you guys the obituary for Anthony Perkins, who played Norman Bates in the adaptation of the book Psycho, the movie. And this is from The Age, September 14th, 1992. It says, Psycho Perkins dies at 60. Anthony Perkins, the actor best known for his role as Norman Bates, the killer in Alfred Hitchcock's classic thriller Psycho, died yesterday at his home in Hollywood. He was 60. Mr. Perkins died of complications from AIDS, said Leslie Dart, a publicist who said she was speaking for the family. Miss Dart said that as Mr. Perkins became increasingly ill last week, he wanted to explain his condition. Quote, I chose not to go public about this because, to misquote Casablanca, I'm not too much at being noble, but it doesn't take much to see that the problems of one old actor don't amount to a hill of beans in this crazy old world. Mr. Perkins, the son of actor Osgood Perkins, was born in New York City on April 4th, 1932.
That's my brother's birthday.
Oh, from childhood, he wanted to be an actor, working in amateur productions and later in summer stock and television. After enrolling in college in Florida, he transferred to Columbia University, acting in his first film, The Actress, in 1953, while still a student. Shortly before he was to graduate in 1954, he auditioned with Ella Kazan for a role in East of Eden that he eventually lost to another young, unknown actor, James Dean.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him. Kazan, though, asked him to replace John Kerr as the sensitive adolescent Tom Lee in the Broadway play Tea and Sympathy. His role in that play, which ran for 54 weeks, caught the attention of Hollywood, where filmmakers saw a new teen idol in the tall, gawky, but attractive young man. In his second film, Friendly Persuasion, he He played a younger Quaker, torn between his religious beliefs and the need to defend his family's homestead, a performance that resulted in an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. The role that defined his career came in 1960 in Psycho, a film that critics initially panned, but that became a cult classic. Mr. Perkins portrayed the deranged, eager-to-please Norman Bates who ran the Bates Motel, practiced taxidermy, and lived with his dead mother in the quaint Victorian house on the hill. His performance had an alarming gawkiness and repressed terror, and the movie made many fear taking a shower. He went on to appear in many films: The Trial, 1962, Catch-22, 1970, and The Life and Times of Roy Bean, 1972. While he often played moody, troubled, or deranged men, he never again achieved the success of Norman Bates. In 1983, he returned to the role in Psycho 2, and in 1986 came Psycho 3, which he also directed. Who's to say how it affected my career, Mr. Perkins said as he worked on the first sequel in 1982. I never look backwards, you know? I made my first movie over 30 years ago. Without Psycho, who's to say I would have endured? Mr. Perkins is survived by his wife, Barry Berenson Perkins, and two sons, Osgood and Elvis, all of whom live in Hollywood.
Why do they got to do him like that, though? Like,
what do you mean?
Who never found the success after Psycho. Like,
oh, I know.
Don't do that. And also, I didn't even know there was a Psycho 2 and 3. I need to watch them.
I knew there was a Psycho 2. I didn't know there was a Psycho 3, though.
I don't think I knew about either of them. I did watch Bates Motel.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
I liked that. And
I did too.
It makes me nostalgic too, just for at Universal, you know, when you go through that area and then Norman's out there. That's like one of my favorite things always. Same.
You like walk through the motel and then the house, and it's so cool.
I mean, he had such a life. The actor, I mean, we were talking about this the other day. Like, he was gay,
he was
but
fully
kind of
gay,
and had full on long relationships and partners with men, but it was a sign of the times. He had to, quote unquote, but
yeah,
be married and play that role. I think I actually read an article from one of his sons. I think they were interviewed recently for after Monster came out. And that he was talking about, like how he just had a lot of sympathy for his dad for having to kind of hide who he actually was, but it was a different time.
I know, but it is sad that shit still happens like that today, like conversion therapy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, yeah. Died young, 60. I did not know.
Super young. I didn't know that either. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I'm going to tell you what had me spinning in my coffin this week. And it's actually going to go perfectly with your side bitch.
Okay.
We'll be right back. Well, girly Geoffs, if you're anything like us, you've probably already binged the new season of Monster, which I feel like we've referenced in every episode lately.
And you're dressed in your Ed Gein.
Oh, no, I am. If you're watching on YouTube, which you should, because we have a video editor now, and it's really fun.
And I think that I'm sharp.
Looking. Okay, but Monster chronicled the wild life and times of Ed Gein. And while there are certainly some liberties taken on that show, I'll save that for Cult Leader. We're not going to be doing a full story on Ed Gein today because that is just for the other show. But I would love to go back on Cult Leader. I covered it a few years ago, but I'd like to go do a more in-depth version and kind of break down some of the key differences of what happened on Monster versus what happened in real life.
Okay.
Because there's so many differences. But regardless of whether or not you watched the series, chances are you've heard of Ed Gein before. He is one of the most well-known murderers in history, and his horrific acts inspired Psycho, which you just talked about, Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs, and perhaps most notably the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, as far as victims go, Ed Gein only had 2 confirmed murder victims. He was suspected of up to 9, but even then, when you compare him to other spree killers or serial killers, it's not like insane numbers, right? What really made his story so notorious as the Butcher of Plainfield is because he was more well known for his necrophiliac tendencies. Mm-hmm. This is mostly thought to occur after the death of Mother. She died in 1945, and supposedly his grave robbing era actually started closer to 1947, so about 2 years after she had passed away.
Can I ask you, was she in real life as big as a bitch as she was on the series?
Well, I didn't know her personally, but she...
Siri, did you hear that? Siri just said, mm-hmm.
Oh, and there we go. We don't even... AI is taking our jobs.
So weird.
AI is taking our jobs. No, but she was known for being, just like a total tyrant, very much a religious fanatic. She had a lot of religious trauma from childhood, and she had a pretty traumatic upbringing herself. And so I think that culminated into her becoming kind of this like religious zealot and nut job, which obviously didn't help little Ed
right
whatsoever. So for an onslaught of reasons, like we were just talking about, like the religiosity behind it all, she was his whole world. Like this woman was everything to him. And so when she passed away, the story goes that he started looking for love in all the wrong places, the worst of places, the cemetery. Throughout his dark career, he desecrated many a grave. And he would bring the bodies home to, get that sexual release.
Yeah.
I mean, unimaginable horrors took place. But I also learned that he wouldn't even necessarily take their whole bodies from the grave. Sometimes he would just like take parts of them that he thought he could use, or
that feels even worse.
Remove clothing items from some of the victims' graves and just leave their bodies there. So he had a lot of victims, but only, again, 2 confirmed kills. And I'm not going to get into the whole story here because that's not what I want to focus on today. I more so want to focus on what exactly they found inside of his house of horrors, because while the Ed Gein story itself definitely belongs on Cult Leader, what they found inside of his house, I feel like, is so perfect for this show.
Okay.
So we're going to be going on kind of a tour of the Ed Gein archives.
Oh my God. Okay.
But before we do, I got curious when I was watching the show last month, and I made my riskiest, most sus Google search to date, which was, can you get an STD from a corpse?
Oh no.
I know. It's
You're going to jail.
Why was I so scared? And I was like,
you should be.
I'm like, I have a podcast. I don't know. I'm not trying to, I don't know. I am definitely probably on some fucking watch list. I don't know. We're all thinking it, right?
Yeah.
We're all thinking it.
Yeah. Why did that pop into your head? Oh, because the lady.
Because he was having sex with one of the corpses, and there was the topic. I don't know, but. Well, yeah, and there was the talk of one of the victims
giving him.
Yeah. An STD. So.
Because mother said.
Mother said. So if you've ever wondered that, if you can get an STD from a corpse, I've got your answer. The answer is no. Well, mostly no. So not long after we pass away, as we know, our body goes through the decomposition process. And during so, our temperatures drop, our cells start breaking down, our immune system goes kaput. And most sexually transmitted pathogens, i.e. HIV, gonorrhea, chlamydia, herpes, HPV, need living tissue in order to survive. And after a day or 2 of death, you're likely no longer infectious, sometimes even hours after death.
Okay.
But if somebody was infected with hepatitis B, C, or had syphilis, all of those infections can live a little bit longer in the body. And it's why it's so important to wear like the proper protection gloves when you're handling bodies. So
no glove, no love.
No glove, no love, which is something that I didn't really think about either. I'm like, yeah, you have to like, there's obviously some bacterial or infectious risks when you're like a mortician or an autopsy technician, right?
Depending on how the person died, but it's not like the miasma theory like we all used to believe.
Totally.
Yeah.
Even then, if they did have syphilis or hepatitis B or C, the risk of getting an STD from sexual intercourse with a corpse is apparently still relatively low. So go for it. Anyway, now on to perhaps an even more unsettling topic. What the hell did they actually find in Ed Gein's house? Because there's rumors of certain things, but there's absolutely a lot of things that are just fucking horrific. And
is the silver vagina real?
I don't
of
think
his
so.
Mother?
No.
Okay. I don't know where I read that.
In your fan fiction, you were talking it up last week. You're like Charlie Hunnam in the little lingerie got you going.
He did.
But really, I mean, it had to be just fucking traumatizing being called to that crime scene.
The smell
alone. Every officer that was interviewed by the papers at the time like said similar things about the scent just hit you before you even walked into the house. And it's just so jarring that you could be so sick and twisted as an individual that you could live in an environment like that. I mean, but I think that about a lot of people. Like, you watch that show Hoarders, right? Mm-hmm. And there's like animal fecal matter around the house. There's cockroaches crawling all over their kitchen. And you're just like, how? Like, there's obviously a mental illness to that.
Right.
And I don't want to negate that, but it's just like, take that a step further. There's fucking body parts around the house. Like, how do you... you have to be incredibly sick. Disturbed.
Yeah.
So first of all, there were a ton of jars around the house with various organs inside of them. And I think they had the organs of up to 9 different bodies that were inside of these jars at the house, which feels very like mad scientist to me, like you would see in a movie.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know. It's very theatric. Officers found multiple skull bowls in the house as well. And that was really highlighted in the series because he's showing his little girlfriend on the show his skull bowl or whatever. And he's like, do you want to come back and see my skull bowls? And it's so funny because we were talking about this, like the girl in real life that was like his little girlfriend, she was like a 50-year-old woman. She wasn't like a cute little blonde girl. She was rode hard, put away wet, honey.
Yeah.
She was a little weirdo.
Yeah.
But they found multiple skull bowls and skull caps around the house. And it feels like, I don't know if it just feels like not the most disturbing thing because we've seen so many horror films or we've heard about so many horrific things happening before. But when you break it down and you really think about it, like, it is so fucking wild because he had to boil these heads down to deflesh them. So they were like sitting in boiling water right on the stove, and there's just like chunks of white flesh coming off of them that you have to like pick away before you can like get to the skull, which is the same thing that they do sometimes when they're like getting animal skulls and whatnot. But it's just freakish to think about it as a human being.
Yeah, like the bone part doesn't freak me out as much because I don't know. I feel like we have skeletons hanging in our house for Halloween. Like that, we're so desensitized, but flesh.
Yeah. But isn't it so funny to think too, like, why aren't we more scared of skeletons? Like, I feel like there's something that doesn't register in our minds. Like when we look at a skeleton, even like when we went to, what's that museum in Pennsylvania? Yeah, the Mutter Museum. You look at it and you're like looking at this wall of skulls, and it's still, there's like a disconnect where you're like, not realizing like, no, that's what's in me right now. Like there's a skull, like this skeleton is inside of me right now.
I know. Maybe it's because they've become pieces of like home decor.
I think they're kind of cute. I'm like,
yeah.
I think a skeleton's cuter than a person. I would like personally if we were all just bone skeletons walking around. That'd be kind of cool.
Maybe it's a sensory thing too, because a skeleton and bones we know are hard. They're dry.
Yeah.
They're not moist.
No.
Fleshy, jiggly, you know?
Yeah. There were dozens of skull caps found on the property, I guess. He told police that he would remove the skin first, and then he would boil the skulls in a mixture of water and household chemicals to loosen up the tissue, the hair, and the remaining flesh on them.
Wait, no wonder he got lung cancer.
Breathing in all those chemicals.
Breathing in all those chemicals?
Yeah, I mean, he was using a lot of lye and other household chemicals mixed together, and then he would scrape the remaining flesh off the bones or skulls or whatever he was doing. In this case, talking about the skulls, he would like let them completely dry before cutting off the caps off of them.
Oh, okay.
Which also reminds me, one of like the freakiest things from a movie is in Saw to me, when they like cut out a square from his skull, you know, and they like peel back that piece of skin like a pumpkin almost, and you just see the stringiness. It just but then seeing the stark white skull, it just kind of freaks me out.
Ooh.
So again, this method actually kind of mirrors what taxidermists or anthropologists might do to clean animal skulls, and it's disturbing, but it's also why investigators immediately realized he had some sort of anatomical knowledge from his time working on, you know, a local farm, and he had apparently done prior work in a slaughterhouse, so he kind of knew his shit when it came to cleaning off a bone. And most of what they found on the property came from the 9 graves that he admitted to disturbing rather than his 2 murder victims. But there was a lot of blurred lines there that combined necrophilia, his cannibalistic fantasies, and what psychiatrists called a psychotic reconstruction of his mother that he was trying to recreate with some of these body parts. But the one that fucks me up the most personally is the faces that they found peeled off. They found 2 of them, I believe, in paper bags, and they found other ones around the property as well. But I'm just like, again, my head goes back to the investigators and like the people who actually had to go through this home. Like, how do you fucking open up a paper bag and pull a fucking face out of it and ever be normal again?
Ever. I know.
Ever.
I can't even imagine.
I can't even eat pizza sometimes if it looks too much like skin.
I know, or like spaghetti.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, those poor investigators, but obviously even worse, those poor victims, the people that this happened to. Another reason to get cremated, another vote for cremation, in my opinion, because
that is true.
No one's doing shit with my shit afterwards.
Yeah.
They also found a torso skin garment, which I feel like is a very infamous piece that they found on the property. And that's the one that it was like basically large chunks of skin that made up this like corset almost. And there was 2 breasts on it. And they show that in the show as well. And he admitted to wearing that, but it was very much like a Frankenstein type vibe. There was like multiple pieces stitched together to make this, because I was wondering, I'm like, how were the breasts able to stay intact? Because on the show, they look so, I mean, obviously that's not real, the one that they're showing on the show, but I'm like,
they look great.
I'm like, the show. Like, how would they stay intact? When in real life, it was like this total fucking hack job.
Oh, God. Even scarier.
Yeah. They found lampshades and chairs that were upholstered using human skin. And you might be wondering yourself, like, how did the skin stay intact? Like, how did it not rip when it was being stretched out? But we can take a lesson from our very early lesson that we did on anthropodermic bibliophagy when we talked about binding books with human skin, and talk about how the skin was treated for a moment. So he would treat it basically just like animal hide, using salt and borax to dry out the skin first. So it became almost like leather, a stiff leather. And then because it had that tough exterior, he could just kind of stretch it out and it wouldn't rip. Even then, he certainly got tears some of the time. So that's why if you take a close look at pretty much all of the objects in his house that are made of skin, it's very patchworked.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was thinking, is that why there's nipples on stuff, like to cover?
Yeah, like
Like a little
blemishes.
patch.
Yeah. Yeah. In addition to the lampshade and the chairs, they found a wastebasket made of human skin, a pair of leggings made from human skin, which like, I'm like, hello, call back to fucking necropants.
Necropants.
And they found 9 vulvas in a shoebox, 4 noses, a pair of lips on a window shade drawstring, which is so wild.
It's giving like Jonathan Adler or something.
It's giving like Pee-wee's Playhouse from hell. Like,
creative.
You picture seeing these things out. I'm like, truly, someone had to go into this house and like document that. They had to like be like, oh, and that's a pair of lips.
Girl, in that time period too, like they haven't seen shit.
Yeah,
God.
shocking. Which again, I think is why this case became so infamous. And I don't mean to fodder over it like this is nothing. Like there were obviously victims involved. It's just fucking wild.
He's not cool. We're not like, it's just.
We're not Ed Gein sympathizers, okay?
No. Wild.
Speaking of wild, the infamous nipple belt. How about that? That is like one of the ones that has always stood out to me for years and years and years from when I first learned about that case. Because I'm like, what do you mean that he has just a belt of nipples?
Belt. Oh, God.
And when I was actually looking up, I was trying to find more information on the nipple belt. They like sell replicas. And I'm like, who's buying that?
A collector. I mean,
oh, you turn the camera around. You're like, it's on your wall. You're wearing it.
I don't know, a collector.
Raise your arms right now, Madison Reyes.
Somebody who appreciates the arts. I don't know.
And then most shockingly at the crime scene was obviously they went out to the barn shed and they found the body of Bernice Worden just hanging upside down, mutilated, decapitated. Her head was later found in a burlap sack. Just a real sick puppy. Yeah, that is accurate. And her son was one of the officers in real life as well who discovered that and was at the crime scene, had to see his mother's body like that. It's just fucking sick.
It's really the most sad.
Oh, 100%. His name was Frank Worden. That was Bernice's son. He's the one who I think actually identified Ed as a suspect. And yeah, like I said, he's one of the ones who went to the property and was there during all of these horrific discoveries, which like I just cannot imagine. It's so unbelievable. And then another officer that was there was Art Schley, and he was one of the main sheriffs who handled the Ed Gein case. And he actually died when he was just 43 years old of heart failure. And a lot of people were like a lot of his family and stuff were like telling the press, I think it's because of dealing with that case and like what it did to him.
It probably aged him so many years.
Yeah.
Just the
you can't
trauma.
recover from something like that.
No, you can't.
People that work in certain fields, like hospitals or police officers, I mean, they see fucked up shit on a regular basis, but something like this, like a true house of horrors, like that's more than just a victim's body. That is like
Especially then, they had no references. At least now we have references.
Yeah, truly.
I mean, it's sad that we have references.
But we have references.
Yeah.
Frank Worden, Bernice's son, he died actually more recent in our life in 2001 at the age of 78. I guess he was really disturbed with how big the case got, which I think anyone who was personally involved would probably feel. But yeah, it's interesting because I feel like the way Ed Gein was shown in this show, it like infantilized him.
Yeah, you felt a lot of sympathy for him.
Yeah. Also is partially human psychology, right? Like we've learned more about his conditioning, how he was raised, the circumstances, his intellect, all of those things, but it's like still doesn't excuse
if that was
anything.
A family member or somebody we knew personally, we wouldn't give a fuck about whether he was raised great or not. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but I do agree with how they handled it with sending him to an institute. Like I do believe he belonged in an institution.
Right.
I think he's the perfect example of like he didn't kill these people out of hatred or
malice.
Yeah, I feel like it was more so he was so disconnected from reality and suffering with his mental illness that I think I truly think he's like one of the biggest definitions of an insane man, an insane person. But that is what they found in Ed Gein's house.
Wonderful.
That was my coffin spinner.
God.
Really.
No, I was really interested to know exactly, because it's like you said, like it's become so sensationalized. The case is so big. Now it's back in the spotlight because of the show. And there's so many things I read. Like I read that he spray painted his mom's vagina silver and hung it on a wall.
There's a lot of different claims out there. Like these are the verified, like this was
facts.
On, I think like the FBI report is what of like these were the artifacts that were found in the house. So I try not to stray from that because there are things online, especially now with AI too, that they'll be like, this was the chair Ed Gein made and has like eyeballs on it and shit. And you're like, no, it's not real.
Yeah.
Like that was not part of it. So
that's probably where I got that information.
We got tricked again. Well, we talk about it. AI is so fucking good now. Like,
dude,
it takes a second. It's gotten so clear and realistic that like sometimes I'll be watching something. I'm like, like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
that just happened. Yeah,
I know.
It's
I'm
crazy.
Like, wow, that girl is on a scooter on the freeway. That's crazy.
People have sent us dumb criminals before that now I have to like double check because I'm like, is that real?
I almost reported on one this week of a girl who went to a baby shower of her ex's, and like it was this whole thing and it was fake. Yeah.
They be tricking us.
And I was like, oh, this is good. I got a good one this week.
I'm like, why does she have 7 fingers?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, God. Okay, well, we're going to take one more quick break, let you guys digest that. And then when we come back, we'll hear what had Madison spinning in her coffin this week.
All righty.
We'll be right back. What had you spinning in your coffin this week, girly?
Okay, girlies and girly. Today in my coffin, I just felt like I needed a mummy story to really get things spinning.
Mummy, dearest, give it to us.
I just feel like I haven't talked about one in a couple weeks. So now is the time.
I was going to say, you're slacking on your mummy coverage.
I know, I am. And I found a story that just kind of blew me away. Her nickname is the Manchester Mummy. She's iconic. It's a wild ass story that ties in some concepts that we've learned about way early on in our show. And I truly just think she's perfect. So I want to tell you guys about a woman named Hannah Beswick.
Ooh.
Okay, so Hannah was born in 1688 in Manchester. She was born to John and Patience, her parents, who were very, very successful landowners. I guess her dad owned a bunch of rental properties. And so they weren't like royalty, like super, super rich, but they were like respected old money.
They had some Airbnbs.
They did. They also had a few family estates, and they seemed pretty wealthy by all accounts. The family estates, which you'll want to remember these two names, the Cheatwood Old Hall, which is her childhood home.
Okay.
And then the Birchen Bower, which is another estate that comes into play later. So in 1706, Hannah's father dies, and he leaves her with a pretty significant inheritance. And from there on, from what I've read, it seems like she kind of took over what her dad did. So she managed properties, owned land, etc. She also was unmarried, but seemed like really well liked in society. Not a socialite. She was pretty quiet, kept to herself, but by all accounts, a nice person. Now, during the 18th century, Hannah underwent some trauma that she never, ever recovered from. And this is the type of trauma that seemed to be common around this time, and you'll understand why in a second. So Hannah and her brother, who her brother's name was also John, like the dad, He passed away pretty suddenly, and the records don't list a specific cause for his death. But his burial was very soon after, because at that time, that's kind of what happened. You didn't have all the equipment and techniques to preserve a body like we do today, where you can wait a week or two. Burial was pretty swift. So his coffin is prepared, and a small group of friends and family gather to pay their respects. And during his viewing, Spence, one of the mourners noticed that he was moving.
What do you mean?
Okay, there's some reports that say his mouth twitched, but more reports say that his eyelids started fluttering.
Oh, no.
And remember, this is the time of premature burials.
Sure.
We've covered ad nauseum, but we know.
Okay, wait. Back up. Good use of the word, bitch. What the fuck? She went to college.
Didn't spell it right at first.
Doesn't matter. You used it correctly, and what a great word.
I know. Sometimes they just pop out.
Fuck yeah.
But we know safety coffins started becoming an idea, and all the wacky, weird shit doctors would do to determine that someone was actually dead, which we've covered. That's probably one of my favorite episodes.
Same. Love.
I remember it because I was in our old house in the garage having to record it. We were doing it remotely, and you and I were fighting. But we, as soon as the camera came on, boop.
That actually is it's one of our only fights we've ever had. Mm-hmm. We were mad at each other. I could not tell you why.
Don't even know.
We were mad at each other, though. I remember that. And that episode healed us, though, because we recorded it and then immediately called each other. We're like, look, I love Slay. We did it.
Slay. Perfect. I want to go back and listen to that episode. The content in it was so good, but just the fact that we just said lights, camera, action.
Well, we've never, I wouldn't even call that a real fight.
No,
but
we were annoyed with each other.
We were annoyed with each other. But that's happened so rare that I can pinpoint exactly when that was.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
That's a piece of obituary history we'll let you know 4 years later.
Yeah, totally.
That's the only time we've recorded mad.
Yeah.
That I can think of.
Yeah. No, truly.
You're like, actually, I'm pretty pissed off.
Episode 157 at 40 minutes. No, yeah. Okay, back to Hannah.
Okay, so he's still alive?
He's still alive, and being buried alive was a huge fear back then. It still is, but hello, it happened quite a bit. So he's still alive. So everyone in attendance is obviously like, what the fuck? They're gagged. So they call the family doctor, Dr. Charles White. And Charles White is also an anatomist. And he shows up, runs some tests, which were probably weird as fuck.
The flag,
or twisting his nipples.
Yeah.
He determines that there are signs of life. So he starts working on him. The accounts don't say CPR, but he did CPR basically. He was pumping his chest.
Yeah, chest compressions.
Yeah, they were putting warm stuff on the body, and he's revived.
Damn.
This is amazing, incredible news, but it left such a lasting effect on Hannah. She developed, and it's documented, an intense fear of being buried alive.
Who could blame her?
Historians can confirm that she verbally said something to Dr. Charles White along the lines of hey, I guess she said, quote, she would not be committed to Earth. So basically if there is a chance that I am alive, do not put me in the ground. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah. She's like, don't fucking do that, which feels incredibly valid and honestly smart at the time. We've read some death notices or obituaries of the person had in their will cut their head off before.
Yeah.
Because that would be terrible. So back to her brother really quick. I wanted to know okay, well, how long did he live? Did he die shortly thereafter? And I guess local legend says that he lived for several years following the incident. And then there are also like parish records, like death records of his that show his official death occurred at least at a later date than the first one did. So
okay.
By all accounts, that's probably pretty true. Okay, so fast forward. Hannah is living her life. She's still pretty quiet, keeps to herself. She's still unmarried. She's still rich, honey.
Love.
She's still managing her properties, but in her late 60s, she finally decides that it would be smart for her to create a will. So
yes, girl.
She should have done that earlier. But anyway, she got to it. So on July 25th, 1757, she drafts her will. Actually, the next year she dies in 1758. So good thing she did.
Yeah.
And she's about 70 years old at the time of her death. Now, this is important. So in her will, it does not officially state that she wants to be a mummy or that she wants her body to be put into a grandfather clock or that she wants to be displayed like taxidermy.
What the fuck?
Okay, but you can see where this may be going.
A lot of ways.
A lot of ways. All she specifies in her will is that she just does not want to be buried until there is no doubt that she is actually dead. Okay?
God. Also,
she leaves about £100 to Dr. Charles White, the family physician. She leaves about £400 for funeral expenses. And then she makes two women, Mary and Esther, her executors of her estate. Okay, but because she talked about her fears of being buried alive with Dr. Charles White, he decided to take some liberties. So Dr. Charles White decides that the safest way to guarantee that Hannah never ends up buried alive is to embalm her and embalm the living shit out of her.
Okay. What'd they use?
Okay, so he studied under a famous anatomist named William Hunter, who I believe we've referenced before.
It sounds familiar.
Charles White seemed to follow his embalming technique, so he likely injected her with turpentine, removed her internal organs, washed and soaked her bones and organs, drained her blood, packed her body with resin, sealed her up, dried her with plaster of Paris. So basically, he just used so much shit to prevent any type of decay.
Okay.
And in turn, turned her into a fucking leathery mummy.
Shit.
Okay. But even then, they don't bury her because why? I don't know. She's clearly not alive. So I guess she stays at one of her properties for a little while. And then Dr. Charles White decides to move her in with him into his house.
Sure.
And what everyone from that time remembers and what's documented is that he stored her in a long case clock cabinet, which is basically a grandfather clock.
Not the clock.
The clock, okay? And of course he would have fucking people over, have big dinner parties and be like, do you guys want to see my mummy?
Oh, yeah. I'd be like, Uncle Charles, show us the lady.
Hey,
show us the lady in the clock.
Yeah. So he would like pull back a little
shroud.
Not a shroud, like a little curtain.
Uh-huh.
And it would only be her shriveled, leathery face in the clock. And everybody fucking loved it. Okay, he loved it so much. Newspapers described her face as dark and shriveled from all the chemicals.
Damn.
So then in 1813, Dr. Charles White dies. I'm guessing that he gets buried. I'm almost positive he gets buried, but Hannah still does not. He put her in his will, and he ends up leaving Hannah to another doctor, Dr. Thomas J. Ollier, and he holds on to Hannah for another 15 years.
Okay.
Until he dies. Then in 1828, Hannah is still not buried. She's donated to the Manchester Society of Natural History Museum. And They don't bury her. They put her on public display. And I was laughing while I was reading this while I was writing this, because I was like, poor Hannah, like all she wanted to make sure was that she wasn't buried alive. And now she's in the museum.
She got her wish.
They sat her next to an Egyptian mummy and a Peruvian mummy. And people would pay to come and see her. She became the it girl mummy. Everybody loved to see her. The museum did allow, because she had living family members at the time, they did allow them to come and visit her anytime free of charge.
God.
Fucking wild. Okay, so now we're in the mid 1830s. Hannah is still doing time at the museum.
She's clocked in.
She's clocked in, no pun intended. She was in a clock. But burial laws start changing. Now you cannot bury somebody without a death certificate. This is like 1837 or 1838. Like the laws change, cannot bury someone unless it's documented. By this time, it's been 79 years since Hannah's death, and those laws didn't exist back then. So she didn't have a death certificate back then. So even if they could bury her now, they couldn't.
She couldn't be like grandfather clocked in.
That's good. God damn, that's good, girl. Okay, so another few years pass and the museum petitions the British Home Secretary and the Bishop of Manchester, and they both agree that she is 1000% dead and should be buried. And by this point, she has been not buried for 110 years. So Hannah is issued a retroactive death certificate, and on July 22nd, 1868, she is finally buried. And I guess her burial was pretty quiet. She's in an unmarked grave in a cemetery. It's the Harfoury. I'm probably butchering that cemetery.
Okay.
But there are a few ghost stories tied to Hannah. Just a couple quick ones. Most center around Birchen Bower, which was that one estate that I told you to remember. I guess a bunch of tenants lived there, and they reported seeing a woman in black silk, a white cap, and she would glide across the room. But she would only vanish when she got to like one part of the room, like one stone on the tile, this like specific stone. Well, I guess workers found underneath that specific stone a bunch of gold coins, because there's rumors there was a rebellion in the 1700s where she had to hide all her riches. So she hid a bunch under the floor there.
Interesting.
Also, in 1890, her childhood home, the Chetwood Old Hall, it was getting like renovations done or demolitioned or whatever. And I guess they found under the floorboards a double coffin, which had nothing in it. I don't know why, but I thought that was cool.
That is cool.
So now Hannah is now known as the Manchester Mummy. She feared being buried, and it took 110 years for her, and now she's famous. And
well, at least they know.
At least they know.
She's dead.
Totally. But one thing is that there are no pictures of her, but there are a ton of pictures after the fact of her, like of people's renderings of what she looked like.
Okay.
She was shriveled up.
Fantastic. That was a 10 out of 10 coffin spinner, Madison.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Spence.
I'm giving it to you this week.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to step my pussy up next week because that was a good one.
No, I loved yours.
No, now I'm like insecure. I'm like, what was mine? Nipple belt?
Yours was great.
No, yours was so good. Okay.
Nipple belt.
I loved that. And I'm actually kind of excited because there's a story that I'm going to talk about next week that I feel like similar-ish vibes. So
okay.
We're on it. We're in the game. We're hundreds of episodes in, and we are still
Bringing it.
Bringing it, baby. And Madison's coffin spinner was proof of that this week. And now it's time for us to bring you some obituaries.
Oh, baby.
Which I do love mine this week. It is short and sweet. We've done cats, we've done dogs, we've done horses, we've done mules. We've done obituaries for all sorts of creatures on this show. But I have one today that I love.
Okay.
And this is from July 28th, 1957, from the Henrietta Sun. You love 1957. 57's your lucky number.
It is, yeah.
Henrietta, Oklahoma. And it says, Sapulpa goose dies at ripe age of 32.
Oh.
And oh my God, you're okay. Get this, bitch.
What?
Sapulpa, Oklahoma, July 27th. Alex, the goose who made fame on his 29th birthday, with mention in Ripley's Believe It or Not column, died last week at the age of 32. Final resting place for Alex was in the yard of his owner, Mrs. E. W. Engels.
Oh my gosh. I love Alex.
I know. We love a goose. And okay, so I used to live in Orange. And in the Orange Circle, have you ever met the goose there?
No, but you told me about him.
There is a goose in the Orange Circle. Orange Circle is kind of like a Stars Hollow. And it's like a weird, quirky, cute little downtown. And there's a guy there still to this day. I saw him last month. He has a goose, a pet goose, and he goes and sits on a bench with him usually. If you like say hi to the goose will say hi back to you. And if it doesn't, he'll be like, they said hi. And the goose will be like, "Meh." I love it.
That.
You have to go try and find him one day.
I will.
Go with Alyssa. It's amazing.
I'll say, "Meh."
You like start shit with it?
Yeah. We fight. Damn.
Woman attacked by goose.
Oh no. It would happen to me.
You got bit by a horse, lest we forget.
I know.
Who do you have this week?
All right. I have one for a woman named Darlene. And hers is pretty short too, but it includes a little poem that I love. It says, Darlene, 75. I'm omitting a couple things here. But Darlene, 75, of Illinois, born November 14th, 1942, passed away Tuesday, February 20th, 2018 in Shiloh, Illinois. Darlene spent her career as a caregiver, working at the former Castle Haven Care Center in Swansea, Illinois. She was a straight woman. Nope. She was a straightforward woman who called it as she saw it, which was appreciated by family and friends. She was a loving wife, mother, grandmother, and sister who will be truly missed by all who knew her. Then it lists her preceded in death and then her surviving. And then there's a poem. It says, as we watched your life's light dim, we knew the situation would someday be grim. No longer able to wander the aisles of your favorite stores for hours, looking for the packages marked new. Your speech slowly faded, no longer able to torment and cackle. To all us dumbasses, your words were just a babble. Your favorite cookies and cakes became a struggle. Soon pudding and ice cream gave you trouble. Your joys of life had been taken away. Let it go, you said. Now you walk beside us, never far from our thoughts, forever in our hearts.
Aww.
I know.
That's sweet.
Sweet.
I love
Rest
that.
in peace, Darlene.
Rest in peace. Alrighty, well, we have spun in our coffins.
We have bitched our obituaries.
Means it's time for some dumb
Ass criminals. Well, come on.
Dumb
Ass
criminals.
Who do you got?
I have one that was actually sent to us in April that I think we just missed in our email inbox from a woman named Michelle. She wrote, hello, Spencer and Madison. I remembered this story while listening to a recent episode and I had to send. This happened where I lived and it creeped me out big time. Love you all, Michelle. And I was cracking up at this guy's mugshot, one. But two, this is from 13abc.com, and it says, quote, a Toledo man was arrested on Tuesday for a bizarre break-in after multiple neighbors say he crept around their homes the morning before. Melanie Grover said after her Monclova home was broken into, she watched her security camera footage over and over again, unable to look away from the video showing a stranger walking through her house at 3 a.m. on Monday. While 13 Action News interviewed Grover about her experience Monday afternoon, the unexpected happened as she was transported back to the moment of the break-in. We were in the middle of having a conversation and I just stopped, Grover said. Like my heart just sunk and I froze. It's what I felt like upstairs. I froze. The man appeared to return to the scene of the alleged crime that afternoon on his bike, and all of it was caught on camera by 13 Action News.
Oh, God.
Oh, 100% that's him, especially now that his mugshot's out and some other photos have surfaced, Grover said. So literally the news is here interviewing her about the break-ins, and he fucking comes by on a little dirt bike.
Oh!
And wait till you see him.
Oh, what a creep.
A creep. He looks like a scarier Quentin Tarantino.
Yes. Exactly.
Right? That's like what he's...
Oh, God.
What he's given.
He's a menace.
Freakazoid. But also...
Get out of here.
Dumbass. You don't return to the scene of the crime, honey, if there's one thing you gotta know.
That's a real criminal.
Yeah.
He gets off on it or something.
Yeah.
God.
Freak. Who do you
All
got?
Right. I have somebody... iconic. You'll understand why. This is from Fox 13 Tampa Bay. This is from August 1st. This is from August 1st of this year.
Okay.
Okay, do we all remember Smokey the Bear or Smokey Bear?
Yeah.
Like forest fires.
Yeah. Only you can prevent forest fires.
Yes. Well, he made an arrest in the whole costume.
Fuck.
Okay. It says a man is under arrest for stealing Smokey Bear signs from across Florida.
Oh no.
Smokey is always around our forest and just got lucky today that he saw the bad guy and got him handcuffed. What an idiot. What an idiot. Law enforcement officers with the Department of Agriculture say the suspect was posting the signs for sale on Facebook Marketplace for $1,900 a piece. Smokey goes to schools. He's known by our children. He's known by our families. He's known throughout the United States, said Simpson. Who goes and steals an image of Smokey the Bear and then tries to profit off of it? The thefts shed a spotlight on the state's effort to prevent forest fires, which destroyed 24,000 acres in 2024. The department did 277,000 acres of controlled burns in 2024, spent $93 million on upgraded equipment, and yes, they dispatched Smokey to remind us that only you can prevent forest fires.
What a dumbass.
So they caught this guy, and the pictures are incredible because Smokey is right there with the criminal. Well,
oh my
God.
Loser.
I love that Smokey the Bear does not have a shirt on.
Hot.
Just pants. Hot. Pants and a hat. Wow.
Okay.
So there you have it.
And that's it for these two horny old broads. We'll see you next week with some more coffin spinners.
And obituaries.
And dumb
as
criminals. Don't forget, everything you want to know can be found on obituarypodcast.com. Don't forget to rate and review the show, especially if you don't hate us. Join our Patreon book club, patreon.com/cultleader. Love you guys. Goodbye.
Love ya. Bye.